The Mirage 2000 is one of the world's most capable fighters. It serves in 4 main versions with the Armée de l'Air and is France's foremost frontline combat aircraft. It is also the frontline fighter of a further 6 air forces. Although it bears a close family resemblance to previous Mirage fighters manufactured by the renowned French company Dassault, under the skin it is a thoroughly modern warplane. Designed to fight on equal terms with the best of modern fighters, the Mirage 2000 has evolved from being a high-performance interceptor into a true multi-mission machine. In Armée de l'Air service, it has proved capable of most combat roles, from air defense through close support and reconnaissance to conventional attack and long-range nuclear strike. Dassault was one of the pioneering users of the delta wing design. The prototype Mirage 3 first flew in November 1956 with Roland Glavany at the controls. It was one of the first European fighters capable of flying at twice the speed of sound. Production aircraft entered service in 1964. The Armée de l'Air operated 7 different versions. The most capable was the Mirage 3E, modified for ground attack with a Cyrano 2 BIS radar, supported by a Doppler navigation system. These electronic systems allowed the Armée de l'Air to operate its first true multi-mission combat jet aircraft. A rugged, effective design, the Mirage 3 was built in large numbers. It was used extensively in combat by many countries. Particular success was achieved by Mirages serving with the Israeli Air Force during the 1960s and 1970s. Many of the 1,422 aircraft built were exported, serving with more than 20 overseas air forces, including Switzerland, which keeps its Mirages safe in mountain shelters. Many operators are upgrading their Mirages for continued service into the 1990s. Chile's Panteras are Mirage 50s upgraded with an Israeli radar and small canards to improve maneuverability. Possibly the most elegant of the Mirage family was the Mirage 4. This is a 2-seat supersonic bomber sharing the same wing platform as the Mirage 3. For 3 decades, the Mirage 4 has been France's main nuclear bomber and strategic reconnaissance aircraft. Dassault returned to a classic conventional wing design on the successor to the Mirage 3, the Mirage F1. But when the time came to replace the F1 in the 1970s, Dassault reverted back to the Delta with a design that was to become the Mirage 2000. The origins of the Mirage 2000 can be found in the Avion de Combat Futur. This was a large, twin-engine, multi-role, state-of-the-art combat aircraft. Canceled because of expense, Dassault then proposed a slimmed-down single-engine design which would eventually become the Mirage 2000. The Mirage 2000 rectifies many of the problems associated with delta wings by the use of an advanced fly-by-wire control system. Small canard foreplanes and leading edge slats which deploy automatically during combat maneuvering. The prototype was built by hand at St. Cloud. Last touches were made in June 1977 in time for a visit by the great old man himself, Marcel Dassault. The prototype was taken to Istres in October in preparation for testing. The Mirage 2001 was to take to the air in the Provence sky less than 2 years after the official green light was given to the program. After initial checks were made, the prototype was made ready for its first flight. At 15:48 hours on the 10th of March 1978, test pilot Jean Courreau took the Mirage 2000 aloft for the first time. During the flight, he pushed the aircraft to Mach 1.3 in afterburner. The first operational Mirage 2000 version was the 2000C Interceptor. It became fully operational with the 2nd Escadrille de Chasse early in 1985 and currently serves with 3 wings at Dijon, Cambrai, and Orange. It has been used in combat in Chad and the Gulf and is seen here on deployment in Bosnia. The Mirage 2000's high speed and excellent climb rate make it a superb high-altitude interceptor. It is lethal against low-flying targets thanks to its advanced radar, able to pick up targets amid ground clutter, coupled with the look-down, shoot-down capability of its missiles. As a fighter, the Mirage 2000's initial armaments fit was concentrated on air-to-air weaponry. Built-in armament consists of 2 DEFA 5.54 30mm cannon. These are mounted beneath the air intakes and each have 125 rounds of ammunition. The gun has 2 selectable rates of fire for air-to-air or air-to-ground combat. Typically, on an air defense mission, the Mirage will carry 2 short-range missiles and 2 medium-range missiles in addition to the 2 cannon. For close-range air combat, the Mirage 2000C carries the heat-seeking Matra Magique 2 missile. It is very agile and is suitable for use in a dogfight at ranges up to 5,000 meters. Originally developed in the 1950s, the Matra Super 530 has been regularly updated and remains a very capable medium-range missile. The radar-guided weapon can be used beyond visual range, and in its latest version, the Super 530D can engage targets at ranges of up to 40 kilometers. As a fighter, the Mirage 2000's initial armaments fit was concentrated on air-to-air weaponry. Although from the start, the versatile machine could carry more than 6 tons of air-to-ground ordnance. Destroying enemy airfields is a key mission for any modern Air Force. The Mirage 2000 can carry 9 or 18-round penetrating bomb dispensers. The 100-millimeter round is parachute stabilized with a rocket motor which blasts it through the concrete surface of a runway before exploding. The craters left by the explosion make it very difficult for an enemy to repair an airfield. The Beluga cluster bomb contains 151 submunitions. Beluga covers an area between 5,000 and 10,000 square meters. The Matra laser-guided bomb system is the equivalent of the American paveway weapons which were used to such deadly effect in the Gulf War. A laser beam is directed to a precise point on a target, accurate to within centimeters. The splash of the laser reflecting from the aiming point is what the bomb detects and homes in on. The bomb is dropped like any other free-fall weapon. Long tail fins support the bomb in gliding flight, while the seeker head steers towards the target, which it hits with lethal precision. The Aerospatiale AS-30L missile uses a similar guidance system, homing in on a laser reflection. Traveling at supersonic speeds, it can penetrate up to 2 meters of concrete. The Matra Armat is an anti-radar missile which can home in on and destroy hostile transmitters at ranges up to 120 kilometers. For the anti-ship mission, the Mirage can carry one Aerospatiale AM-39 Exocet missile. Combat proven in the Falklands and the Gulf, the Exocet has a range of 50 kilometers. The sea-skimming missile uses its own radar to home in on the target, slamming home with devastating effect. Other potent weapons include unguided air-to-ground rockets. The Atlas pod is used to guide weapons like the AS-30. It detects targets with a stabilized TV scanner, using a built-in laser to automatically designate targets for the guided weapons. Reconnaissance is a key Mirage 2000 mission, and it can carry a variety of downward and oblique-looking optical, infrared, and radar sensors, giving high-quality intelligence imagery in all weathers. The Mirage 2000B is the two-seat combat training and operational conversion model. Although both cannon are removed, it remains fully combat capable and as maneuverable as its single-seat counterpart. The Mirage 2000N carries the airborne component of France's nuclear deterrent. Based on the two-seat 2000B trainer, it has a strengthened airframe for low-level operations and is equipped with multi-mode Thompson CSF Antelope 5 terrain following radar. The main weapon is the Aerospatiale ASMP Air Sol Moyenne Portée nuclear cruise missile. This has a low-level standoff range of more than 80 kilometers and normally carries a warhead with 150 or 300 kiloton yield. Two wings are operational at Luxeuil and Nancy. During 1992, Mirage 2000Ns took part in the Red Flag exercise. This is designed to simulate a hostile combat environment as closely as possible, and showed how effective both the aircraft and their crew were. The 2000N went to war for real over Bosnia. This dramatic amateur footage shows the shooting down of one aircraft during a reconnaissance mission. The crew ejected safely but were captured in spite of intensive rescue efforts. The very similar Mirage 2000D, for diversified, is a conventional strike version of the 2000N. 90 units have been ordered by the Armée de l'Air. The first of these entered service at Nancy in 1993. This machine is actually a 2000N lent to Dassault by the Armée de l'Air so as to simulate the D at the Le Bourget Air Show in 1991. All Mirage 2000s are powered by Snecma M53, a lightweight and easily maintained low bypass ratio turbofan capable of pushing the fighter to a maximum speed of more than Mach 2.2 at altitude. The 2005 takes the excellent qualities of the original Mirage 2000 design and improves them with a host of advanced features, such as efficient multi-target tracking radar, the latest generation missile capacity, a new countermeasures package, and a glass cockpit. This incorporates HOTAS, hands-on throttle and stick, to allow the pilot to manage all systems through some 15 switches on the throttle and control column. The cockpit, entirely redesigned, has 5 advanced electronic displays. The new Thomson multifunction holographic heads-up display superimposes an infrared image of the landscape over the control displays, both in the pilot's line of sight. The same image can be projected onto the central display, which also visualizes all the information gathered by the aircraft sensors. The starboard display usually shows flight controls. The port display is used for navigation data and weapons management. The heart of the new weapons system is the Thomson CSF-RDY radar. This multifunction unit can detect, track, and engage multiple enemy aircraft targets at both high and low altitudes. It can also search for and attack ground and maritime targets. The latest air-to-air weapon is the Matra Mika missile. This is a very fast, agile weapon that has its own radar, giving true fire-and-forget capability. The Mirage 2000 has been successful on the export market in the face of intense competition. Its rivals include the multinational Panavia Tornado IDS, the F-16 Fighting Falcon, the Russian MiG-29 Fulcrum, the F-15E Strike Eagle, and the FA-18 Hornet. Despite this very stiff opposition, the Mirage 2000 has been sold to 6 other air forces. Mission prep was a 24-hour business during the Gulf War. The Mirage 2000s were tasked with providing combat air patrol support of French Jaguar missions into Kuwait and Iraq. Under extreme climatic conditions, the very hot desert heat, 14 Mirage 2000s of the 5th Escadrille de Chasse flew 508 sorties and more than 1,400 combat hours, although they encountered no Iraqi aircraft.
Limaïco, on dégage. Cap au sang, oui, cap au sang. Salut les gars, on rentre. On vous remet, oui, crème glace, oui, on est là. Superbe, magnifique.
The Mirage 2000 is a whole tactical air force in one basic airframe. It can fly almost every combat mission called on by the Armée de l'Air. It has shown itself to be versatile, supremely agile, and able to attack with deadly precision. It has proved itself a worthy member of the classic Dassault Delta dynasty.